Enjoy.
Well, one reason why this matchup is going to be really good today is because they have Davion Thomas. The last time these two teams met, they didn't have him, and they lost by 17. Well, he's a guy who's going to put up 20 points or more a night. He's arguably one of the best guards in the country. So the Elizabeth City State women's basketball team has the deepest roster in the CIAA conference, and Coach Lewis has several of those players putting points up on the board. So you aren't just stopping one or two players for scoring, but 5 or 6. And when I talked to Coach Lewis last night, she said that was her favorite thing about this squad, was that it can be any given one on any given night because they can all get a bucket. So the women's Vikings are definitely going to be leaning on that depth chart tonight to pull off a win. Back to you guys. Coach Swan, you guys got off to a really fiery start. What happened after the first quarter to where it's now a 2-point game?
I think that first unit that we had in, they started getting tired, and we started.
Usually there's a big focus on who starts the game, but for Coach Coleman, it's more about who finishes. And number 3, Amani Elliott, is one of her go-to finishers. Coach said she's reliable, and she doesn't get caught up in the clout of being a starter. She just gets the job done. She's a big shooter off the bench. Last game, she had 5 threes, and the game before that, she had 4. And when asked about her role on this team, she said, a role player. She said, I have to be that spark for my team, and whatever my team needs, she said she's going to do it. Whether it's offensively or defensively, she just stay ready. And, you know, as a coach, that's what you love to see in a player. Coach, I saw you telling your girls during one of the breaks, you guys can't lose this game. Did you have to give them a little reality check there?
Absolutely. I'm telling them, hey, we done lost the last 5 ball games. Hey, we had a slow start. That's what it is. We got to go out here and play. I'll bring the basketball in the second half.
You guys struggled in the beginning, but a lot of second chance opportunities got you guys back in the game. How important is rebounding going to be going in the second half?
That was one of our key emphases in our scouting report, rebounding, winning the rebound battle. So far, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, James, this squad has 4 international players to be exact, 3 from Canada, 1 from Spain. And when I asked Coach how that recruiting process went, she said, well, actually, they recruited us. They all transferred from different universities looking to specifically attend an HBCU. Coach said for the international players, it's more of a survival thing and that they all play that way. Coach, Skylar has had a big half for you guys. What is losing her going to mean going into the second half?
Oh, it's a huge loss because, I mean, she was playing really well for us, and she just came back from an ankle injury. So last game, she's getting herself back.
Coach coaching them up in the huddle. She's saying, we have got to make shots. She's saying, keep shooting it. She's also saying, we got to get on defense. We need to be all over them. Switch if we have to. She says she wants them all over them like white on rice. Talking about making something out of nothing, this is a player that Coach is really excited about. He went from getting no playing time to now a starter. And Coach said, you know, most players get caught off guard whenever they're not getting playing time, and Damian is not one of them. He stayed locked in. And when I talked to Damian, he said, I knew what position I would be coming from a D3 school and being a walk-on. So I challenged myself to see if I love it the way I say I do. He said, I kept my faith with God, and now my hard work is paying off. A coach not happy about that run that ASU just had. He's hammering Posey and Issa about getting on the boards and protecting the ball. He said, look at the score. You guys just let them make that run in that short amount of a time. FAMU is beating you guys in turnovers. How are you looking to capitalize on that stat to make it work in your favor?
Yeah, we got to make sure we handle the ball. We had a lot of unforced turnovers. And it starts with we got to play without fouling. We got 3 of our best players sitting on the bench with foul trouble, so we got to play without fouling.
Coach is coaching them up. He's saying, you guys need to back up. You're too close to them. He said, we need to shrink the floor. They're faster than us, and they're driving right to the paint. He's saying, back up off of them and get ready for them to come. Guys, yes, like we talked about, Coach Kilbert has been around, and he has quite the winning staff because of it. You know, let me break down the connections here. Coach Kilbert coached and Coach Rob played for the same head coach at Valley. Even though their tenures there were at least 20 seasons apart, Coach Kilbert coached Coach Powell, and Coach Robertson coached Coach Sanders. So it's literally family ties over here. And when I talked to them earlier, they let me know that each coach on this coaching staff has a hand in one of those championship banners hanging up there, whether it was coaching or playing. And so when they're coaching up these young ladies, they said, you know, we know what we're doing. The proof is in the pudding. Coach, what's going to be your message to your team when you go in that locker room right now to keep this momentum going in the second half?
We've got to start off better defensively.
The coach is not excited. He's looking at them from left to right, right to left. He said, who are y'all? He said they're practically giving this game away by not having their 2 biggest scorers. He said we have got to put the ball in the basket. We have to play defense. We got to get it going. Tonight, we knew early on that Bruton would be missing, but we found out right before tip-off that Kendall would actually be out as well. And I said, Coach, what does tonight look like for you guys? He said, I'm going to be brutally honest. Tonight is going to be a rough one for us. He said, with those two guys, that's 30 points and 30 rebounds. You know, that's gone from the game. He said those guys that are on the bench are going to have to step up and come with it. And when I talked to the guys that were needing to step up, they said, hey, we're not scared. We're ready for the challenge, and we're going to play this game like we play any other game.